looks like it's dropping a little.
All right, well, we started.
Yes,
Well,
it has begun.
Well, you're in the middle of a sentence.
Oh, I'm gonna sit on the floor.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
That'd be easier.
Yeah, do
so
that.
I can get closer to the mic.
Yeah, whatever works. So, I know the phrase on the screen might be a little out there, but just hear me out. I think kids suck.
I think I think you're right, but I also feel like we should back our arguments.
Well, I feel like most people already agree, but like my number one argument for this is
9 out of 10 doctors agree. Kids suck. Return them.
Return them from whence they came.
Put them back.
Okay, for real. One thing I hate about all kids is that most kids, everything they touch either becomes sticky or lost. You know, because like I've noticed that the iPad that you have at home that Isaac uses to watch YouTube all the time,
it's just covered in a layer of gunkus.
It's disgusting. It's
because children have no idea how to be like sanitary or anything, so they just they wipe their nose and then just go back to what they were doing. It's like, bro, you can't do that.
I think that's my number one argument. Everything they touch is either sticky or lost after a short period of time.
I have 5 brothers. For the podcast, I mean, obviously, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I have had my fair share of dealings with people of the younger stature, I guess. And so I think I can say definitively, kids do suck. My brother Hunter, he's a little bit, he's not, okay, so he's not a kid, but he's younger than I am, so I can call him a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, I know that the comments, they're gonna hate this, but no matter how much I convince him, my little brother Hunter, he is convinced that tortilla chips are best enjoyed with barbecue sauce.
Oh, that's right. I always forget about that, and then you remind me that your brother is a sinner.
Yeah, he is. It's not good by any stretch of the imagination.
I don't
to watch, or I imagine to taste. What drives a man to do this?
All right, if your brother wasn't, if Hunter himself was not such a piece of crap, I might be inclined to try tortilla chips with barbecue sauce, but I believe that he is so far gone that this is not an enjoyable experience in any way.
He is no longer human. He is instead become something else, something far worse.
Another thing that I hate about children, something that's worse than eating chips with sauce that shouldn't be with sauce. I hate kids that play YouTube videos or songs on repeat hundreds of thousands of times to the point where if you like I think I've seen it on your PlayStation at home, like you're not like one profile isn't logged in or something and it's just a bunch of like I don't even know how to explain it, just garbage songs.
Trash poo poo, yeah.
Yeah, trash poo poo. That's right.
In the garbage. But yeah. So I think it's just like a thing with kids because whenever my little brother Isaac, he used to be, whenever Frozen came out, he rewatched it a bunch of times.
Ugh.
And I remember, I mean, it's not a terrible movie, but I think I began to hate it after that.
Yeah.
And whenever I was little, I would watch a lot of SpongeBob to the point where my dad can no longer like stand SpongeBob's laugh. If he hears it, he goes a little bit batty. So
he hears he's in the next room like preparing lunch, and he hears SpongeBob's laugh. He runs into the living room and drop kicks the TV.
None of that. No!
Not in my house!
Lifts it up, throws it through the window. No more SpongeBob! Were you like that with anything as a kid?
That I couldn't stand, or what?
No,
Repeat watch.
that you watched a bunch.
Um, when I was really young, I would watch Cars on repeat. I loved Cars. I don't know why. It was such a bad movie. Rusty, one of Rusty's favorite bits that I've ever introduced him to was like, I had a CD of the Cars soundtrack, and the only track that I'd listened to is Life is a Highway. But my mother did not take care of CDs very well, so it was like really scratched up, and it would get to the point where it's just like, yeah! I love it so much.
That's something with me. Anytime like a song or something, it has a bit that extends more than it's supposed to. I find it really funny.
It's really funny.
It sounds like someone forgot to continue on the song.
Yeah.
It's so you just stuck in this limbo waiting for what's supposed to happen.
Yeah. Oh my God, Cars was such a bad movie, man. Can we talk about that for a minute?
Yeah, let's talk about Cars.
You said it so annoying.
No, I mean.
Yeah, let's talk about Cars.
I legitimately, I don't think I've watched Cars in a decade.
Neither have I.
I had it. I think it's my. I don't know. After my mom moved here, we brought like a box full of all of our DVDs and stuff, which wasn't a bunch because we had Netflix. And one of the DVDs was Cars, and I don't know if we still have it or not. So I feel like somewhere in the bowels of my house there is a Cars just somewhere.
There is a single Cars.
Cars and X-Men 3, the best movies ever.
I thought of this while you were going on about Cars. I was thinking about I think I was still in grade school when like I had a babysitter during the day, or like after school or something. Like I would go there like really early, like 5 in the morning, and then she'd drive me to school. And then I'd go back there if my grandma was working late. And her son was obsessed with Cars too. So she ran a little shop like in downtown. I say downtown, but really it's like one street. Because you got to remember, we're from like a nowhere town.
Yeah.
And I would sit in like the back storeroom while she ran her little shop, and I would watch Cars on repeat. And like this was the point where I'm like, all right, well maybe Cars isn't such a great movie.
Made me think of the bit in Infinity War, where Star-Lord asks about Footloose.
Is Footloose still the greatest movie ever?
Never was.
And then he gives Peter this stare like, what did you say?
My favorite part of that whole sequence is whenever Drax he misses the quote or something, and then Stark just looks at him and he just has a loss of hope. You can see it in his eyes. His very soul has dropped.
We're here to kick gum and chew ass.
Yep, that's it. That's it.
Stark is just done.
Yeah, Stark. He has 1,000-yard stare. and Spider-Man standing right beside him. He looks real confused.
God, I love the MCU.
You've only watched like 5 movies.
Shush. It's not important. I love it.
I guess you're allowed to love it. It doesn't really matter.
The bit that I have watched, I love.
Yeah.
I've got my eyes on that Infinity Saga movie set, and I'm gonna watch all of them in order.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that.
Dude, I would love to do that.
Just all. I don't know if we could do it all in one sitting.
Absolutely
not.
That
would be like a day, like 24 hours, an actual day.
Probably even more than that.
I don't know.
So how many movies are there from like the first Iron Man to Endgame?
Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, Thor 2, Cap 2, Cap 3, Hulk, the 3 Avengers movies. So hold on, I'm counting on my fingers right now. 12, 2 Guardians. Oh, it's 4 Avengers movies, so 13. 2 Guardians.
15.
And then the 2 Spider-Man movies. 2 Spider-Man movies, 17. And then Doctor Strange and Black Panther. and Captain Marvel. So it's even 20.
Even 20?
20, and if they're all 2 hours long, that is 40 hours.
That
is almost 2 days.
That's at least 2 days. Like, Endgame was like 3 hours, so it might as well be 3 days if you're going to count it 4 if you're going to, like, rest between movies and, like, go pee and re-snack.
Jesus, I don't think I could sit on the couch and watch, even if it was Marvel movies, not for 4 days.
Not for the better part of a week, no. Like, maybe
I would feel disgusting.
Maybe a couple movies every weekend.
Yeah,
but like
that's
manageable. That's reasonable.
Yeah, if you say, oh, I'm gonna start like in the chronological beginning. You watch like Cap, and then you watch like the first Captain America, and you watch Captain Marvel, and then you're like, okay, take a break. You watch a couple movies next weekend, and then there you go. You can do that in 2 movies a weekend. That'll take 4 weeks.
Yeah, about a month, maybe a little more.
Yeah, and that's manageable. I think you could still remember stuff from the first movie.
Oh, yeah.
Especially since it, like, keeps on getting brought up.
Are you alright?
Yeah, no. I ate some spicy ramen earlier, and yeah, it's really good, but it was also really hot. And so Isaac said something dumb, and it
as always.
It made me inhale my ramen, and the noodle went right back my throat. And Christian and I were jamming out last night, and I was screaming some metal lyrics, and so that reactivated my throat hurt.
Oh, Jesus.
It was fun.
Man, that must have sucked. Spicy ramen? I gotta try some.
It's called like hot and spicy something, and it's like one of those pre-made bowls.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was not the best. It was okay. It was not okay. It was good.
It was a nice medium.
So confused? Yeah, it was enjoyable. I don't know about nutrition.
Enjoyable to your taste buds.
Yeah.
I don't know when I was gonna bring this up, but I had a story to tell to kick off the podcast, but I said no. But the more I think about it, the more I gotta get this out. I gotta publicize this.
Publicize.
to like 6 or 7 people. But I work at a small grocery store in town, and working retail is not always fun. And there was this one time where I didn't have to clean this up, so thank God.
Oh no. It's good whenever you say, I didn't have to clean this up.
Some child didn't tell his mother he had to go to the bathroom.
Oh no!
There was a trail of urine all the way from one end of the aisle to the next.
Okay, first can I just say, my mind went to the worst case scenario, which for me would be vomit.
Dude, I vomited in a Chuck E. Cheese's once.
Did you? What? Explain yourself, please.
I don't know. I just have a vivid memory of hurling in Chuck E. Cheese's.
Okay. Let's break the mystique of Chuck E. Cheese for all of our no one who is of the age to be going at Chuck E. Cheese.
I love Chuck E. Cheese's.
You did?
I still do.
And to me, it was I still do. Like you keep going.
Yeah, it's an annual thing.
Happy blank birthday, Gavin. You're a grown man now. Welcome to Chuck E. Cheese.
The manager knows me by name.
Yeah. He brings out a pizza. It's got Gavin spelled in pepperoni.
Oh, dude, I'd love that.
It surprises me. Actually, no, it doesn't surprise me because I don't go through fast food enough. But you would think in a small town, you would get familiar enough with the people who run the fast food establishments, so they would just be like, I just want the regular.
It's like it's Gavin. I want the regular.
It's like, yeah, I got you, Gavin.
They're like, who are you? Because I've
Star-Lord, man.
I've had that experience.
Did you try to order the Gavin special?
I did. I recognized someone's voice. It was I'm not gonna give a last name, but it was Caitlin. Do you know who I'm talking about? She's in our grade.
Probably. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, one night after work, it was like 2 consecutive days in a row, my grandma just wasn't feeling it, so she's like, get some fast food I didn't cook. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll just go get a Big Mac. So, like, I pull up to the drive-thru speaker, and she says, what do you want? Not in that tone. But I'm like,
what do you want?
I want a number 1 plan. And I pull around, I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? She's like, hey, I need my money for your food. So I pay her, and I go and I pick up my food. And the next night, Caitlin was working again, and I'm like, I want the regular. She's like, who are you? And I pull her around, and she's like, I don't know who you are. She was.
I'm so happy that you tried this.
She was trying to hold back a smile. She just wanted to keep the bit going. You like that?
I do. I like that. 2 things. 1, that she didn't recognize you, and 2, that you thought that she would remember your order from the previous day. Like, I can understand if you've been going in for like a straight week, right? And it was her every time.
Yeah.
Then she would pick up on the pattern, but that was like a day. This is a one-time thing in a drive-through where probably a bunch of people go by.
Yeah. Not only that, but it was like 9:15 at night. So like she was already at the point where like
I just want to go home. Yeah, I don't got time for this, man. Just
what do you
tell
want?
your order. If I worked a drive-through, I would be like that all the time. I would not have any room for anybody's like guff. I would just. I walk into McDonald's. What do you want? Give me your order so I can take your money and get out of here.
I want the regular.
You tell me you want the regular one more time, I swear. I want to break through this drive-through window and strangle you.
Oh,
Bop you a good one.
I don't know why, but that voice reminded me of a bit of in Futurama. The Planet Express delivery crew, they're coming back, and they're like, man, I'm really hungry. So like they decide to go through a fast food joint, and somebody asks for, I think it's like a bucket of chicken wings, and they're like, what kind of cheese filling you want with that? It's like, okay, maybe not wings. Can I have a salad? And he says, okay. What kind of cheese filling you want with that? I don't know why, but that always tickles me.
Oh, I just thought of a head of lettuce hollowed out and filled with cheese.
Oh, we gotta do it.
No! Oh! You have to do, okay.
I can provide the lettuce.
Is this gonna be like, I say this, I think it's like melted cheese.
Yeah.
No!
It's like nacho
Hot
cheese.
lettuce! No!
Well, dude, we gotta like hollow it out to the point where it's like almost falling apart.
How to survive in college. Lettuce
No,
cheese.
like we hollow it out
It's got all of your essential vitamins and nutrients.
to the point where it's just barely held together, and then we fill it with melted cheese and we throw it at someone's house.
It's ingenious. Margaret, they teased us again. Get the hose.
Honestly, that's not a bad idea. I feel like that would be a good alternative to like egging someone's house. You just throw like slices of cheese onto the roof.
You said it made me think of like the Green Goblin, like pumpkin bombs. What if it was just like heads of lettuce filled with cheese? So Spider-Man is like, oh man, I gotta go dry clean this now. I can't fight you like this. I'm all gooped up.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Shut up. Shut up. That is an evil laugh if I've ever heard one.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I put a lot of effort into it. I don't evil laugh often.
Oh my god. I am legitimately crying. Oh, that was awesome. What started this whole laughing fit? Oh, right, it was me going through the drive-thru and asking for my regular.
Yeah.
And you're like, Gavin, you're an idiot.
Yeah. Dude, I want there to just be like a nice 50s, 60s style diner in town.
Aw.
So we can all slick our hair back and get leather jackets, and we go in and we drink malts. And we all have toothpicks in our mouth, like 8 toots. Then she'll pull out her taser.
Jesus.
I feel like that's something that would happen. If you walk up to some woman and say, 8 toots, she's liable to tase you.
Well, yeah, but like
I say tase you, and
you do like the mace.
spray, yeah.
You do the mace gesture, not the taser. If you had a taser, would you want like the melee taser that you like gotta poke someone with, or like a ranged taser?
Huh. I think I like the melee one.
I think the melee one would be better too.
Because then the stun gun you can miss.
Yeah, you can miss the stun gun, then you gotta put the needles back.
And you're like,
it's like reloading a musket. It's just inconvenient.
Like
like a Jack in the Box.
like a Jack in the Box. Yeah, you reeled the Jack back in.
Well, no, I guess you would just like push the. It's more of a fishing rod, I suppose.
That's what I was going for.
I don't know whenever I think of like a crank, the first thing that comes to my mind is a Jack in the Box.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Well, because there's another bit in Futurama where they go to war with a planet of ball people, and they have assault rifles that are like crank powered. They're like laser rifles that are crank powered, like the laser muskets in Fallout.
There are flashlights that are crank powered. It's for like power outages and stuff.
That sounds silly. Couldn't you just use batteries?
Yeah, but what if your batteries are dead? You gotta crank it.
Well, then I guess.
Don't take that out of context, please.
I mean, if there's a power outage, it's gonna be pretty dark. I'm sure no one's gonna notice.
Oh, no!
As long as you don't say anything.
Gavin, where are you? All I hear is meaty flaps. I'm almost done.
You're ruining it.
Go back to the quiet. Unless you want to scream.
Jesus Christ. What if your batteries are dead? You gotta crank it.
You gotta crank it. That easy, kids.
Oh my God. Another thing I hate about kids.
Reeling back.
Reeling back, just because you said kids. My younger brother, he's a few years younger than me.
Please, I can't wait to hear which story you're about to tell.
It's not like a specific story.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, he really doesn't appreciate me talking about him to anyone. He's not like in the door. I'm just like gesturing to his door. He's like right across the hall.
I thought you might have been just like sitting Indian style eating pizza and watching us.
Oh my God, that would have been hilarious. But I don't know if this is just a thing with him or all kids. Like, he'll put like a massive amount of ketchup on his plate or his burger to the point where it's like 60% ketchup and like 40% other burger materials. And then like he'll keep pouring it. Like, he does the same thing with syrup. Like, while it's still coming out of the bottle, he'll pull it up so that like there's sauce all over the side of the container and all up in the lid, so it's like gooey and crusty. It's nasty.
Oh, I hate it whenever I go to eat pancakes or something. I go to put black the
you pop the top with one hand.
You see like the striations.
Yeah.
You see the goop. The old syrup.
Yeah, it's nasty, dude.
Just growing there, and you're like. But that's what happens whenever you live in a house full of siblings. It just gets gooped up. Or in your case, just one sibling.
Yeah.
And an old man.
Yeah, one and an old man. One sibling is bad enough, honestly. But well,
only one of my siblings. I'd say Christian's probably the best at like keeping things clean.
Yeah, this all this talk about like
only he cares about his environment. Isaac and Hunter are just like, yo, I don't care.
I'm not cleaning it up. All this talk about like getting things goopy, it reminds me of Ryan Reynolds. Have you heard about this? He's such a narcissist, man.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know how true this is, so don't take my word for it. I've heard that he's going around and like whenever he sees his reflection in like a cafe window or something, he'll French kiss it, and like he'll leave this disgusting big glob of saliva on the window. That's not. I think that's worse than just ketchup.
Yeah,
Personally,
if you put Ryan Reynolds saliva on your plate, I would probably be a lot less liable to eat it.
I don't know, man.
Dude, I hate spit. Spit's like.
But it's Ryan Reynolds spit.
You don't know what you're gonna get from that.
Are you implying that he has a disease?
I'm just saying that you don't know where Mr. Ryan Reynolds has been. And I'm just saying he also played Deadpool, aka a testicle with teeth.
Testicle with teeth.
So buyer beware when it comes to Ryan Reynolds. You never know what you're gonna get.
You gave me possibly the worst idea ever. You know that whole phenomenon with Belle Delphine selling her bathwater?
You're gonna collect Ryan Reynolds' saliva and sell it?
Yeah, buddy. First of all, I have to find where he is. Second, I have to get close enough to him to collect his saliva. Third, I have to get it without being caught.
Or we farm him for it.
We could. What are you thinking? How are we gonna farm his saliva?
Okay. Plan A, we ask him, and he's cool with it, and we split the profits.
We just ask him, hey man, can you?
Yo, we went through your spit. We're gonna make some big bucks off of it. We'll give you 50%.
Here, take this 20-ounce bottle, fill it with your spit, and send it back to us.
Okay. Plan B, we kidnap him.
We can't kidnap Ryan Reynolds.
Says who?
Professionals have standards, Rusty. I'm not gonna kidnap one of the biggest celebrities on the face of the earth.
Or we could clone him.
Is cloning technology that advanced yet?
We can clone sheep. I think people don't clone humans because of ethics or whatever, but...
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? I want Ryan Reynolds' DNA now.
Please don't say that.
I'll be able to make Infinite Reynolds.
Infinite Reynolds. You're Brian Reynolds. You're Scott Reynolds.
This one here, that's Dale Reynolds.
He's my favorite.
He's my favorite. That's why I call him Dale.
Jesus Christ.
Also, what kind of name is Dale? Where does Dale come from?
I'm not sure. I've had the same question from like Jacksepticeye. He's always saying that his family call him Jack, but his real name is Sean. I don't understand how Jack is a nickname for Sean.
I don't know.
Or how Jack originated from John. Sean originated from John. I can see how that could be misconstrued.
Let's see the origin of the name Dale. I'm gonna look up that. Excuse me. Dale name. Oh, that's Bane. We already talked about him.
We did.
Check out the last episode.
Nice plug. Nice plug.
Yes. It's an English baby name. In English baby names, the meaning of the name Dale is lives in the valley, small valley. That's what it says. That's what Google has told me. Lives in the valley. That sounds like the most hick name ever. Befitting of someone named Dale. Dale's a very hick name.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think I have much room to talk because my name is Rusty, and that's a pretty hick name.
Yeah.
And also, it's also a word.
Yeah, but isn't your dad like a farmer?
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Thank you, Farmer Brown.
Yeah, Rusty can also be an adjective.
Yes, exactly. It's a word outside of me, so I guess that has stake. It makes sense. What's the origin of Gavin, I wonder? Let's look this up.
I think I've Googled this before. I don't remember it, but like I'm interested now.
Origin of the name Gavin. What is Google?
Summary from Wikipedia. Gavin is a male given name. It is a variation on the medieval name Gawain, meaning God sent or...
Oh, dude, White Hawk or Falcon?
Dude!
Which
Sir Gawain was a knight of King Arthur's Round Table. Whoa!
My name is awesome.
It's so it's a variation of the medieval name Gawain.
Take that, you metal corrosion.
It means godsend or white hawk or falcon.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
That's so cool.
Admittedly, oh, it's an Irish name.
I thought so.
Anglicized form of the Gaelic Gawain.
Yeah, my beard told me I was Irish. You can't see it now because I shaved recently, but like it is a bright orange.
He's doing his best. He's doing his best to grow it out. It's still I can understand. It's like I forgot to shave my mustache last time I shaved, so it's just there.
Oh, I shaved everything. And I've got some shadow already.
I was drinking some root beer earlier, and I was realizing, okay, so I woke up at like 6 because my alarm went off for whatever reason, and it made me want to bust my head against the wall. And then I fell asleep. Woke back up at 8. I stayed in my room. What?
No, finish your story.
I stayed in my room until like 11, and I finally went downstairs. And then my mom was just like, "Okay, everybody's leaving." And so I was like, "Okay." So I went back up to my room until like 2, and I was like, I should probably get something to eat. So I went down and I heated up a burger, watched some videos about Dragon Ball, then sat down and started watching this dude talk about creepypastas. And so I was just like eating a burger and drinking some like root beer, and I realized that the root beer would get caught all up in my face fuzz.
Yep.
And I was like, that's the story.
Wow, that was so interesting.
I know. Day in the life
Anyway,
of Rusty.
you said you wanted to bash your head against the wall, and that reminded me. Was it Isaac's birthday a couple years ago when all the kids?
Yes.
Yes, tell that story.
Okay, so it was my little brother Isaac's birthday, and he has a lot of friends that are his age. It makes sense.
Makes perfect sense.
Unfortunately, they are all feral.
All feral.
They're all feral. I'm gonna get on my knees because my foot's falling asleep. Okay. So, Gavin and I were hanging in my room where we thought it would be a safe haven. It was not. We were raided, and in order to get... Okay, so, that's the way that my room is, there's my room, and then there's a little room that connects my room to my brother Isaac's. And they got all up in there, and I wanted them out, so I need the wall, and to this day, there is a little crater. Oh, hi, Milo! There's a little crater on the wall there.
There's a little critter in my room.
Yeah. You played with my hoodie last time I was here. You sniffed on my feet.
My favorite detail that Rusty forgot to mention was the kids.
Whenever they piled up on
Yeah, the kids all piled up on him. And wasn't one of them beating you with a broom? Or no, Gage was trying Gage was trying to fend them off with a broom. My younger brother was beating up other kids with like a Swiffer.
For once, Gage was our savior. He was like, it was like that scene in the movie where you're like, oh, the good guys, they're overwhelmed, and then the backup comes in.
Yeah.
Gage was the backup, and he had a Swiffer as his mighty weapon. It's like whenever Thor arrives in Wakanda.
Yeah.
But instead of Thor, it's Gage, and instead of Stormbreaker, he's got a Swiffer. It was just as effective in getting off those critters.
Oh, yeah.
From there, we went outside to go to Gavin's. And, Hunter threw shaving cream in my face.
Oh, I remember that too.
Oh, yes, and that was the most pissed off Gavin had ever seen me.
Yeah, oh my god, he was mad.
Yeah. But, it takes a lot. Oh, Milo!
It does. Actually, no, the maddest I think I've ever seen you is when we played Smash Bros. And we played on Magicant a couple of times.
Oh, yeah. I punched my wall.
Yeah, ever since then we've agreed to not play on Magicant.
Or if we do, we play it without hazards.
Or you know what? We gotta have Zach on the podcast because I wanna. No, hey, don't disrupt.
Milo, you can't sniff the mic.
Don't eat that. You can eat. I guess that's fine.
We my sausage.
We gotta have Zach on the podcast because, as you know, he gets angry.
Oh yeah, he is very passionate about the Smash Bro. There.
Zach absolutely abhors all the DLC characters because Gage is dying.
I can hear that.
No, he's not actually dying, and that's not why Zach hates him. But, like, the way I describe it is they're DLC. You paid for them, so it's got to feel like you paid for them. You know?
I feel like there should be a balance between meta breaking and like Hero is a good example. Hero was OP, but he wasn't Terry.
I don't know if Terry's OP either.
I don't know if Terry's OP. You say. Meanwhile, you can combo kill from 0.
That's only if the opponent has their controller laid down. No, but I want to have him on, and I want to have him remove one aspect from each character, not including their gimmick.
That would be cool.
Like
Hero still has to have his spells.
Yeah, Hero has to have his random
Terry
spells.
still has to have his thing, which
His go sauce.
Go sauce. Oh yes, whenever he gets angry.
He's over 100%. He gets those special inputs.
And okay, Zach, for some reason he has a beef with like the fighting game characters, Ken, Ryu, and Terry. He has a beef with them facing their opponent.
Yeah, I tried to explain it to him.
That's just how it works.
They're
That's just how the characters.
Yeah, they're traditional fighting characters. It's just staying true to their game.
He's so intrigued.
Like, I can understand the situation with Terry because I can be, like, punching the wrong way and then activate my final smash and it will target him. I understand his beef with that, but, like, Ken and Ryu aren't great in Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, they're fine.
They still can cancel aerials into their final smash.
Ooh.
So, like, if you nair somebody, you, like, with Ryu, you can just Shoryuken them. Or it's even better with Ken.
Oh, yes, because he's got the big Shoryuken.
No, Ken, like, if you have your final smash, you jump off the stage, nair, and then you can helicopter kick them into the blast zone.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you nair them and mash B, and then you'll carry them into the blast zone.
What you talked about, Milo? What you want?
He wants, something.
He's making little noises.
Yeah, he's a playful little guy.
I love him.
I gotta get a better capture card to play Smash Bros on the channel. I would love that.
Should we talk about that?
Talk about Smash Bros or the capture card?
Capture card?
I think we have.
I don't know, I can't remember.
About how garbage it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. We did. I watched like the first half hour of our first podcast.
He's sneaking around behind your bed though.
It's fine.
Okay, sorry that we keep getting distracted by Milo.
You keep getting distracted by Marlo.
Because he's so cute and tiny. I love... Okay, I'm a big guy, but I have a really big soft spot for small, fluffy, cute things. And I can't help it. So like if Milo comes around, my attention's gonna go right to that little man.
Yeah, because like, what is it? What like psychologically is it that gets us so attracted to small, fuzzy creatures?
Oh. I was trying to look at the time.
Oh, we've been on for about 38 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I really hope you heard Gage in the background.
I do too. You just did this like SpongeBob laugh.
It was even worse than that. It was like more like a
yeah, boy.
more like a low IQ battle cry.
Neanderthal battle cry.
No, Neanderthals can still be intimidating. Dude, we gotta have Mr. Mikes or Mr. Walters on the podcast so they can talk about Neanderthals.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Maybe not exclusively.
So our teacher, Mr. Mikes, at our school, they all have like little like lanyards.
Yeah, like name tag lanyards.
And they have little IDs on them. And Mr. Mikes took his off and replaced it with a picture of a Neanderthal, and he wrote my name underneath it. So for a while there, he would walk around and you would just see a picture of this like Homo erectus looking guy.
He still wears it sometimes too.
Yeah, and then underneath it would say my name, and I would be like, oh, thanks. I mean, like I don't care, obviously.
Yeah.
I fully embrace the fact that I am a monkey man.
A subhuman, if you will.
A subhuman, yes. I am a Bigfoot.
Dude, I don't know when or why, but in the Kishman's, like you know the deli counter, how it like curves and it goes like into this back area?
Uh-huh.
That is the Kishman's Cafe, trademark, copyright. On one wall, they just have a whole bunch of stuff. It's like, is Bigfoot real?
He's looking at the shadow.
Rusty, quit worrying about the fluffy man.
Look! He's
Yeah,
looking at the
yeah,
shadow!
quit worrying about the fluffy man. I'm trying to tell you that the Kishman's IGA has a whole wall of, like, Bigfoot evidence.
We need to go in there and check it out sometime.
Oh, I did today on break.
Oh, dude, next video that we do, that.
Yeah, definitely. We'll go check that out. Those are my keys, bro. That's an accessory for my razor. Get out of here.
Milo, you little miscreant.
I would debate that he's still better than a child, though.
Yeah. Because he's so
Bro.
adorable. He's gonna knock. What is that?
It's my comb.
He just got his little attention. You're talking about Bigfoot.
I don't care about Bigfoot anymore. So, like...
I love that. I don't care about Bigfoot anymore.
So, like, Rusty and all my friends know that I'm kind of, like... I'm, like, slowly but surely developing this whole hipster vibe. And my grandma gave me an idea to make it even worse. So, like,
why would she encourage you?
Because she supports my hopes and dreams, unlike you.
Well, sometimes, Gavin, as a friend, I have to be real with you. And being real with you means telling you when to stop.
All right, fair enough. But she gave me this idea. I'm like, dude. So like, I'm trying to like grow out a man bun. I might give up on it because honestly, I was never a fan of long hair. But I was like, dude, I could braid my hair like in the weird in between phase. Like I could like Viking braid it almost.
Oh, okay. I thought.
No, not like some stupid girly French braid.
I want to be a man.
But she was like, we could get you beads for your beard, like Viking beads. I'm like, I don't know about that one.
That's not a hipster thing, though.
No, but it's Viking.
Yeah, it's
Rusty.
You've moved in the opposite direction.
Our Rusties aren't hip. Are Vikings not hip?
Vikings are hip. They're not hipsters. Hipsters go against the flow. Hipsters are. Is that a receipt?
That is a receipt.
Should I take it from
him? If he starts eating it, yes.
He just seems to be content resting over it.
For the next few minutes, if you guys hear us say he, we're talking about my
Milo.
small cat.
Yeah, little Milo.
Small cat Milo.
He's coming back up on the bed.
Yep, he's going to come investigate our setup once more.
You might be able to hear his tiny little footsteps.
You're not allowed on the keyboard.
Totally thought you was just going to sit on your iPad. My cat, Lola, she, we got her as a little kitten. But she was nowhere near as playful as Milo is.
Oh yeah, and Lola likes to be like away from people.
Yeah, anytime it took Gavin a few visits before she got used to him, and even then it's just like he'll pet her and then she'll move on. But Milo always seems to want to play.
Yeah.
And I kind of really love that because he's just a rambunctious little man.
Well, I've also been over to Aubrey's house quite a few times, and her cat still does not even get near me.
Yeah, she loved me, though.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I'm a little jealous.
Oh, he gets after the shadow.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Yeah, Milo's still kind of getting a grasp on the world around him.
He's a little dummy.
He is a little dummy.
Where you going, buddy? Okay.
I'm gonna check out some more...
Ideas?
Yeah, some more podcast
so you don't have to
ideas.
get away from the timer.
No, it runs in the background, so it's fine.
Alright.
I
would have to go into my school drive anyways.
What about why children are the worst? How about we go to the opposite end of the spectrum? Why are old people the worst?
Why are old people the worst? Because they're starting to lose their minds.
All right, expand upon that idea.
Okay, so old people, like, they're nice and stuff.
Uh-huh.
A lot of them are nice, but after a certain age, their brain just starts to, like, go backwards. And, it's just, like, they start forgetting stuff, and then they start losing human behavior. And,
Dude, you know what would be awesome if we could get my grandma on the podcast? She could totally back your argument up. Because, like, her mom is losing it. Like, I'm not making fun of this in any way, shape, or form, but, like, she is losing her mind. At one point, there were, like, some problems with the family, so she had to stay with us for a couple nights. And every morning she'd wake up and she'd ask where her dad is. but she is like 90, and so
Yo, I don't have any great grandparents, so that's not a worry for me.
Anyway, old people are crazy. Working at the IGA, working retail, I have experienced
A great many confused old men.
not only that, but like I also feel like there's a threshold. There's like a certain type of old person that like they just hate their spouse at some point. Cause like,
It's like I just imagine, Harold, did you get the hair conditioner?
yeah. They'll come in and do that, and he'll be like, yeah, I got it.
I got it, Margaret.
And they just yell at each other.
Oh my god, I did this bit a few years ago. Where it was I think I did it in middle school where I would it was me and crew.
Oh.
And we would each do a voice and we would be like a husband and wife arguing. We used to do it in math class all the time.
Oh man.
It was a good bit.
And then there's another kind of old person, like everyone knows like the stereotypical like super coupon crazy old lady, and whoever the
She
like
smells kind of like cat urine.
yeah, and the hagglers. There's so many people that smell like pee.
Oh.
Like an alarming amount of old
That's
people that
because
smell like pee.
I was gonna say it's probably because we live in a small town and there's a lot of let's just say there's a lot of trailer parks.
There are, yeah, there really
And so
are.
there's a lot of room for people to be very unhygienic.
There's a small one like in the middle of town, dude.
What do you mean? Like where?
Like on you go down Main Street, like that brick road, and you keep going. The way I go down to Aubrey's, I go down Main Street, and then I like go past. I go straight through this road that curves, and it curves again. You go down towards like KFC, Taco Bell, and
Oh, yeah.
Subway.
Uh-huh.
You know that way. So like, she lives like just off that road, but I like take the back way, and there's a little like a 1 block sized trailer park, like adjacent to the block she lives on.
Do you mean like right across the road from Vice?
Maybe it could be. I'll show you next time. But like
Okay.
we do have a small trailer park in town.
Because I know that there are a couple on the edge of town. There's
Mhm.
one that's out
Yeah.
behind Subway, and then there's one that's out by where you'd go if you were going to like
I think Nicole lives in the one behind Subway
Oh, okay.
or around that area.
Yeah. So it's like not talking trash about
Yeah.
people who live in trailer parks.
Yeah.
My dad lives in a trailer, but also not part of a trailer park.
I-
It's like it's up on a hill.
I really can't make fun of people either because I was in a very bad place economically at some point in my life.
Oh, do you remember your aunt's house that we cleaned out?
Oh yeah,
That was gross.
I only lived there for a couple of years though.
Yeah. We found
a cursed Barbie doll.
Yes, this was about to detail.
Oh.
It was a stripped naked. It looked like it had been burnt, and it was covered in Sharpie, and it was missing some limbs, and it was missing some hair, and it was under the stairs, and
It was scary to say
it
the
was
least.
definitely cursed.
Dude, that place was disgusting. It smelled like dog pee. There was a big pile of like black mold.
Oh, I remember that in the back
Yeah,
room, and your grandpa wouldn't let us go in.
Yeah, that place was unsanitary, unfit for children.
I don't know. But the other houses that we flipped, I kind of like doing that.
Yeah.
It's something to manual labor that makes me feel like a man.
Rusty, you don't do much manual labor anyway.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like whether it's like going to work out or if your grandpa has us flip a house.
I don't know if working out is labor.
Yeah, but you're moving things.
It's work, but like you're not getting paid for it, so like you don't have to do it.
But it's
It is physical work.
Yeah,
it expends a lot of
and
energy.
That makes me feel like a man.
Dude, ever since I got this job, like I just chugged a liter of Mountain Dew in front of you. Like I don't understand how I'm not over 200 pounds yet.
I don't know.
Cause like I'm getting old. No, I'm not.
We always say that.
We always say
that.
We always say we're getting old because we don't understand the new memes.
Yeah, we aren't even. Yeah, because we got millennial brain. Because we're on that line basically. We straddle that line.
There's on iFunny, there's a lot of memes that's like, oh, well, this thing happened. Oh, it turned bad somehow. And like there's an image of like like the dial of a washing machine. It's like load size, but they changed it to say oof size. That's still a thing, and I think oof might be one of the least intelligent things you could ever say.
I only ever say oof. I don't mean it to be meme. I just say it like if someone throws like an insult, I go ooh. I don't mean to make it like the Roblox noise or anything. I just mean to like show that shots have been fired
Hang on, let me show you. Let me show you something from a group chat.
and that there are police in the area, so you should be on guard.
I'm gonna show you part of a group chat. I might have to do some digging, but like, we have one person here who just says oof to everything.
Ah! Zach did that for a while.
He still does it sometimes.
It makes me want to grab him by the brainstem and swing him around. I think I could be able to. I think I might be able to do that. Like, if I wanted to, I think I could swing around Zach.
Oh yeah, Zach's a very scrawny boy.
It's like, Alan and Gavin and I are all fairly tall. But Zach is like shoulder height to Gavin, who is like the shortest of the three big boys. And so he's like, how tall would you say Zach is?
Maybe like somewhere between 5'8", 5'11".
Something like that. So not exactly short, but short to us.
Yes.
And he doesn't weigh a lot, so I think he could easily be swung.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so I couldn't find a whole conversation we had where this one guy said oof, but there was this one strange filter on Snapchat that gave someone a giant toothy grin.
Like
It does look like a troll face, and he said oof, and someone is like, that's gross, and he said oof. And we're like, shut up. If you're not going to contribute, get out.
Dude, Nicole brought popcorn to D&D and he kept on coming over and stealing a little bit, like handfuls. It was really funny. Because, like, he's in a different D&D group.
Mm-hmm.
So he just, every once in a while, he'll just come over, grab a handful, just go back. It's kind of really funny to watch.
Rusty, remind me after the podcast, there's something I got to talk to you about, Zach. Like, I don't want this publicized
Oh, okay.
for anybody. He didn't touch my butt.
Okay.
It's nothing weird.
Nothing weird?
It's just nothing personal, kid. Cocks a gun.
Good business.
We've been on for almost an hour now. Nice.
I think we should shoot for a little bit more.
Yeah, we can go a little longer.
Squeeze a little bit more out of that teat. Maybe I should not use that phrase.
Yeah, no, that's not a good phrase. So we talked about kids being gross. We talked about Ryan Reynolds.
Kids with guns.
We talked about Ryan Reynolds' saliva. What else did we talk about? Why old people suck.
Okay, so we have just for you guys at home, we have a whole list.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
What?
Hold on. We were talking about how we are like we're borderline millennials, I'd say.
Yeah.
We're very early Gen Z.
Uh-huh.
So we have a lot of the aftermath of millennial stuff. So that means, yes, we did grow up on Cat Dog, and yes, we grew up on Courage.
I didn't grow up on Cat Dog, but I remember it.
Yeah.
I remember it very well.
Rocko's Modern Life and stuff like that. What would you say are some of your favorite shows from like that time?
Definitely Courage the Cowardly Dog. I loved Ed, Edd and Eddy.
Dude.
Flapjack was another good one.
I think
even though Flapjack had some really cursed imagery, especially for a kids show.
And I also say that Flapjack is a little bit later on, but it's still from our childhood, so it still counts. I too, I liked Flapjack, but it's weird.
Yeah.
Flapjack is really weird. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen Flapjack, please go and watch it, but make sure it's not late at night.
Yeah.
You might have nightmares.
Yeah, there's...
It is a quote-unquote kids show.
One of the most common settings in Flapjack, I don't want to explain this a whole lot, I kind of just want you to figure this out. The little boy named Flapjack lives in a whale's mouth, And that's one of the most common scenes in the show. So they use like a photorealistic whale's mouth.
Yeah, it's very detailed, but it's still kind of like got the cartoony proportions a little bit. There's like teeth and there's like taste buds.
It's gross.
Detail on the mouth.
It's so nasty.
How do they see in there? Okay, so there's also a
know.
cartoon named Captain Knuckles who looks like he looks like hold on, what does he look like? This is the blue kid, the blue guy on Sesame Street. Grover. He looks kind of like he'd be a rejected Muppet.
Kind of, yeah.
Because he's blue and he's got a big orange nose.
Yeah.
And he also has all wood like prosthetic limbs.
Yeah.
And
oh no,
he is like it's Flapjack's mentor, and it's so weird.
Dude, the worst part about Flapjack is
Dr. Barber.
Dr. Barber.
Yes.
Ah, he's so disturbing.
That made me think of Freaky Fred or whatever his name is from Courage.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that episode?
I don't remember a lot of Courage.
Muriel has like a nephew. His name is like Freaky Freddy or something like that. He comes over. He's got a big Joker grin, and he talks in rhymes.
Oh, I hate him. I hate him already.
Hey, I gotta show you the episode.
I don't want to see this.
It's good.
I really don't want to.
It's actually really good.
Rusty, I will pay you to not show me that episode.
Why?
Because I really don't. I hate characters that speak in rhymes. You know this. When we watch
Wheelie.
yeah, we watch the Transformers movie, and I'm like, this sucks.
Gavin, okay. So another little niche thing. Oh, he's playing with something over there.
Rusty.
Sorry, another little niche thing. In Transformers in the movie. I don't know if he was in the show afterwards.
I hope not.
I hope not too. There's this little orange guy named Wheelie, and he always speaks in rhymes, and he always hangs out with Grimlock. And he is like, I think he's supposed to be like the kid analog, because he's very small and he has a slingshot.
I hate this man.
I love the idea of an advanced robot civilization. Of them, there is one who has a slingshot.
When he could be equipped with such things as machine guns
or laser sword, but
yeah.
Ow. Oh, can we talk about Sonic?
What about Sonic is there to talk about?
I don't know. We were talking about TV shows, and it made me think of Sonic Underground. They made
no.
Sonic Underground.
No, Rusty, let's
Can
not.
I just say I don't remember a single episode of that show. I don't remember any of it. I remember watching it. I do not remember an episode.
Rusty, let me say that I owned the first season on DVD, and I'd watch it over and over and over.
Sonic X is on Netflix, I think.
We're not watching it.
I was about to say.
I remember the pilot episode. Sonic.
Is that the one where he drops Sonic as a baby?
No. That's
Okay.
That's another one. No, the pilot episode, the first episode that kicks off the series. Their mother drops them off at 3 various houses. And Sonic, as a child, watches his, I want to say his foster parents, but they look like his parents.
What?
Like his dad is literally just Sonic, but with a gray mustache. You like that one?
You say I imagine him with like a cardigan and thick glasses, and he says, "Oh, don't stay out too late now, son."
Rusty, you're gonna like this even more. Well, not this. I'm gonna save one bit because I know you're gonna love it more than any other.
Okay.
But I guess it's like teenage Sonic. His parents they know Dr. Robotnik's forces are coming, and they're like, take this backpack and run and don't look back. So he starts running, and he sees that his house catches fire. And then he starts running back, and it blows up.
Houses blow up.
His parents are because the Robotnik's forces they're killing his. They want Sonic for whatever reason. Sonic watches his parents' house explode. They are dead, confirmed. And then he actually starts crying, and he runs away.
Oh no, my parents are dead.
The last scene you see, the last Sonic scene you see before his house is destroyed, I don't know if he ran too fast, I don't know if he ate too many chili dogs, but he was just passed out on the couch.
Sonic just laying out.
Yeah.
This makes me think of the Sonic improv that we go to sometimes. It's druggy Sonic. He's all washed up and sad.
Uh-huh.
I imagine he's in his underwear on the couch, covered in chili dog wrappers.
Rusty, I don't know, man. You can watch it on your own time. I don't remember the other two. I just remember Sonic's origin because his house blows up.
What are the other two's names?
Manic and Sonia.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, dude.
They all dress real cool.
No.
Just like Scourge.
Oh my god. I still can't believe you didn't know who Scourge was.
It's me neither. Oh my god.
Rusty, for your next birthday, I'm gonna buy you a comic book set of Sonic.
Please
don't. And you're gonna read about Scourge.
Oh no. Oh.
You know what?
So the reason I think that it's even better whenever I introduce the context that you told me about Scourge in. So Gavin and I have a tradition on New Year's Eve.
We
read bad fan
We read terrible fan fiction. Our first topic is always Sonic.
Yes, because we all know Sonic has by far the worst fan fiction.
Absolutely.
Because it has by far the worst real fiction.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's fair.
But, so I decided that we would be looking at some Sonic crossovers. And so I went to fanfiction.net, and in like the third or fourth page, there was a Sonic X-Men crossover, which I thought, what? Why X-Men specifically? I soon realized it was because they took all of the X-Men and simply replaced their characters, X-Men from the movies, by the way, and they just replaced all of their characters with Sonic characters, except for Sonic, who was still Sonic. For whatever reason, I guess.
Okay.
But it opens up describing the origin of Magneto. And if you don't know the origin of Magneto, he was a Jew during the Holocaust. He got taken to a concentration camp, stripped from his parents, and he found out his mutant ability while he was being taken away by Nazis. They kept that in for this fan fiction, but Magneto is Scourge the freaking Hedgehog.
All right, Rusty. I don't wanna alarm you. I wanted to look up Scourge's origin story because I really don't know it. His first appearance was in Sonic the Hedgehog number 11.
Wow, he shows up pretty early then.
Pretty early in the comic book series. His nicknames, these first two aren't really that weird. Like he is called these by name in the issue that I read. Like the one issue I read when I was like 13. Evil Sonic and Anti-Sonic.
Okay.
Now, these next 5 nicknames...
What I want to know, is he before or after Shadow's creation?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I read one issue of the comic books when I was younger.
If so, I would much prefer Scourge over Shadow.
Rusty, I think I have to become like a super hardcore Sonic comic book fan.
Please, Gavin, do.
Anyway, these next 5 nicknames for Scourge, you're gonna lose it. King Scourge. Scourgy.
Scourgy, what?
These next 2 are my favorite. Snot and Mucus.
Why would they call him Mucus?
And lastly, Babe.
Babe?
He has a girlfriend.
No! Is it yours?
Her name is Fiona. I'm not going into it.
No, please do. I need to know more about this interesting hedgehog man.
All right. Let me read his origin story.
Please, if you don't know who Scourge the Hedgehog is, Google it. Go to images. You will not be disappointed.
Oh my god.
What? Is this his origin?
His first ever design in comics is just Sonic with a leather jacket and sunglasses.
Oh my god! He's so cool!
He's so cool.
But he's so dumb!
When Anti-Sonic became Scourge, he was changed into the green-hued fur color, most likely because of the chaos energy. Scrooge also received a pair of slash marks on his torso from Locke when the Guardian attacked him.
Ooh.
Scrooge's eye colors were also changed from green to blue. His leather boots were changed to green sneakers for a short time.
Dude, yeah! Sneakers! All cool kids wear sneakers.
For a short time. Before being thrown into the jail zone! This is like canon. This is following like the formula the games made.
Like the hill zone?
Like Green Hill Zone, Emerald Hill Zone, Jail Zone.
Jail zone, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
not making this up. For a short time, before being thrown into Jail Zone, Scourge wore a crown-like object.
What?
That's all it says.
Okay, you said jail zone. It made me think of something in DC Comics called the Phantom Zone, which is where Krypton puts its criminals. Well, did before it died. But you said that, and I couldn't help but think of like the Justice League banishing Scourge to the jail zone.
Rusty,
Yeah,
Scourge has daddy issues.
of course he does.
Scourge has daddy issues. At about 7 years old, Scourge's father, Anti-Jules the Hedgehog, had
Anti-Jules?
had promoted.
Who is Jules?
I'll get more on that. I'll get more on that and Julie, or whatever. Fiona, his girlfriend. I'll get more on Scourge's girlfriend in a minute. At about 7 years old, Scourge's father had promoted greatly of the great peace on the dimension known as Anti-Mobius.
Anti-Mobius. Oh my god.
Because of this, Scourge had any interaction with his father, calling his father a man with empty words.
Whoa. That's something
Oh
so
my god.
edgy.
Here's a more detailed early version.
Oh my god, I love it.
I hate it.
Oh my god. Please, I'm gonna see if I can put that up in post.
Alright, so he's just like Sonic, but altered by chaos energy. So
it's the werehog.
So let's check out Fiona, his girlfriend.
Wait, is she? I know in the Arctic comics they stuck mostly to like them being all animal characters, which I pride them in. That is good. Sonic should never have to interact with humans.
Mm-hmm.
Is this one human?
No,
Thank God.
but there is a lot of porn.
I can imagine.
This is not a graphic image on the fandom wiki page.
It's just a fox wearing like a leather bra.
I just know.
And she's giving a sassy look. You can tell
Just
from that image.
Just by looking at this one fine image, it's like just cropped from the comics directly.
There was pornography of this character.
Absolutely. Her first appearance was in Knuckles had his own comic book.
What?
Knuckles had his own line of comics.
Oh my God.
She's from Knuckles the Echidna, number 26.
I love that.
She only has one nickname, Queen of Mobius.
Yes, Queen.
Rusty, hold on to your pants. She was born in 3221.
What? Okay.
Fiona Fox, born 3221, is a character that appears in Sonic the Hedgehog comics. One of the many victims of Dr. Ivo Robotnik's rise to power. This is Bane. As a child, she was left in prison, abandoned by Sonic the Hedgehog.
What? No! Sonic, what? What? She's older. So Sonic is like old.
And as a result, held a grudge against them, with time developing the darker traits of her personality. Upon escaping, Fiona led a life of treasure hunting and other petty crimes, until following Sonic's apparent death.
What?
She attempted to turn over a new
Sonic
leaf.
dies in the comics?
Spoiler alert.
I'm at a loss.
To this end, Fiona fell in love with Sonic's anti-Mobius counterpart, Scourge the Hedgehog, becoming his girlfriend and later Queen of Mobius itself. Following Scourge's takeover and became she became a member of the Suppression Squad!
Hold on! So Scourge toppled Eggman's regime and installed his own?
Yes!
Scourge becomes king of Mobius!
This is awesome! However, following following the other members of the Suppression Squad, betraying both Scourge and Fiona.
Suppression Squad.
Scourge was sent back to his home world. Fiona fled from Freedom HQ, though her loyalty to Scourge remained. Oh my god.
How much lore is there?
Too much.
Oh my god.
There is like a spin-off series. I didn't read it. I just found it somewhere. There's like a profile online that posts like pages of Sonic comics. So like it'd be the cover and then the second page and the next.
Yeah.
So on and so on. So you could just read them digitally. But it was out of context because I was like scrolling through like a collective section. And there was one page where Sonic was king of Mobius, Sally was the queen, and they had 2 children, and they casually mentioned Silver the Hedgehog.
Does that mean that Sonic 06 is canon?
It is not canon. The comics are their own
Oh
continuity.
yeah, I forgot, because Sally Acorns.
Sally
And
Acorn.
not Amy.
I don't think Sally has ever appeared in a game. However, Amy does appear in the comics quite often.
Oh.
I think. Like I said, this is Sonic has like some Marvel level, maybe not as good as Marvel.
Yeah,
but
I know what you mean. It's intricate and there's a lot.
There's a lot of different like alternate universes.
I love this. This is a fun.
I hate it.
This.
Should we make that a repetitive segment where we go into one new Sonic character's backstory?
Oh my god, yes.
Oh.
Yes. Put that in the doc.
Okay, I'll put it in the doc.
Okay. Oh god. Oh, I'm so happy. The more you know, kids. Jesus. I want to learn about Storm. The Albatross.
I wouldn't bank on finding much because he was in Sonic Riders series, which was like 3 games. They weren't even. I liked them personally. I thought they were a lot of fun.
Well,
but like a lot of people didn't like them that well.
Sega, if you're listening, I want more Storm the Albatross. I say that without any irony in my voice. Give me more. I need to know more about this.
Dude,
what
if Storm the Albatross was in Smash Bros?
Dude, I would love that. I mean, it would be a waste of a DLC character.
Dude.
But
no, Byleth isn't that terrible. She plays. There's also girl skins. It's like Corrin.
I like how the female version has just like incredibly exposed legs.
It's pretty cute. No, but I'm excited for Byleth because
I also shouldn't be complaining because it's not like I bought it or anything.
Yeah, she breaks the Fire Emblem mold.
Yeah, that's nice.
She doesn't have a parry. She doesn't have dancing
sword
blade.
And parry.
She has a lot of different. She has a Falcon Punch with super armor, and she can turn it around. And a bow that can like do 50 damage.
What?
Dude, no, her up B. It's ridiculous. It's like Joker's. Like, she uses her whip sword, grabs the opponent, pulls herself towards the opponent, and then kicks them down, even if they're off stage.
In Spike?
Yes! She could, like, side smash you off and then up B you into the blast zone, and you're dead in, like, 7 seconds.
That's terrifying.
That's busted. That's the only way to beat Terry.
Yeah, just get him out fast before he can lay the damage on you.
Yeah.
So, she's busted in that. She's not like Terry where it's raw damage output.
No, she's busted in, like, her moveset just seems unfair.
Allows you to kill fast.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not like Terry where you can kill fast just by slamming on them.
Oh my god, I can't wait to make Zack scream with this. It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, you just spike him.
Yeah.
Quick and easy.
Well, he's going to be playing Donkey Kong, and I know his Donkey Kong playstyle. It's just buttons.
Yeah, you're talking about that. You're talking about that on Friday.
God, I hate his Donkey Kong. It's more obnoxious than DLC characters, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't play a character if all I do is just smash the buttons. Because I feel like that's dumb.
That's not fun either.
Yeah, no.
It's not fun for anyone, really.
Excuse me. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like if you just use like the same attack over and over again. That's not cool, friend.
Well, like when I play Mortal Kombat against bots, I'll just spam sweep until they start blocking low.
Oh my god.
And that'll give me like
bots. Whenever you fight Cabal, he loves that dash.
He does. It's obnoxious.
It sucks so bad.
It does.
Like, or oftentimes whenever I fight Coda, he'll just juggle me. juggle me into the corner. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I start to block, and he's crap out of luck.
Yeah, Kodal does love his jugglings. Um, dude,
I gotta learn some strats.
we gotta do a stream when Joker comes out.
For sure.
Probably maybe Monday, since we don't have school or anything. I'm gonna see if I can have Aubrey come over, and I'll teach her the basics of Mortal Kombat.
Nice.
Because she really wants to get into it just because of Joker.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited to see what Spawn is like.
Yeah, me too. So you don't know much about Spawn.
I don't. I know that he looks like a Marvel character.
He is created by a man named Todd McFarlane, same man who made that Scorpion and those My Hero Academia figures over there.
Uh-huh.
So he's a very talented fella.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote and he also illustrated the comics. So a little backstory about the company he's from. He's from Image Comics, and Image Comics is not like Marvel and DC, where it's one big shared universe. Image Comics is, well, sometimes they'll have crossovers.
Uh-huh.
It's mostly creator owned, and so what that means is that if you publish through Image, then you own the rights to your characters. Whereas if you went to Marvel and you started writing a title, and you create a character, they are liable to be like, you don't own that, you made it for us, so it's ours.
Yeah.
So if you do that with Image, if you go over to Image and you start writing comics, then it's still you. And
Yeah.
if you decide to leave the company, then you take the rights to the characters with you.
Nice.
And so that's why they founded it. Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee, a bunch of artists and writers from the 90s. They all left Marvel and DC, and they all started Image because they were making characters and they wanted to be able to retain the rights to them.
Yeah.
So they created Image Comics, and the most successful character to come out of Image Comics was Spawn. And he has all sorts of crazy abilities. He's got like a healing factor. Okay, so imagine you cross Ghost Rider with Venom, and then with Hela from the Thor movie, and you kind of have Spawn. So a crazy amount of power. He is very powerful. He has all sorts of crazy powers. He has a cape that he can use to like cut things with, and it can expand and contract. He also uses guns sometimes.
Nice.
He also has like Ermac, like necromancy blasts. I don't know, like green energy stuffs.
Dude, I can't wait to see him.
I'm sure he's gonna look really cool.
It's only a couple months. Doesn't he release in March?
I don't know.
I think it's March. I think he launches at the end of March.
But I'm very.
I can check actually.
Dude, I'm so excited for like even the premium skins that Joker's gonna come with.
Oh, dude, I love
like
that.
The Croc.
I love the Catwoman skin. The Croc was really impressive too.
Yes. The only thing is it doesn't let Baraka close his mouth, which that's fine. I don't care.
He can't close his mouth anyway.
He has no lips.
Yeah, Spawn comes mid-March.
Nice. But the Dark Side skin for Geras, dude. Oh, it looks
what?
So good. Yeah, did you not see it? Hold on.
I didn't see it. I saw the 3 in the.
Yeah, and then they showed it right at the end of the trailer. For some reason.
I didn't see that.
Batman looks really good for noob. I'm gonna look up.
I do remember going. I went back to the trailer like the same day. Like I got home from school and I watched the trailer again and I couldn't figure out who Noob was supposed to be.
He was the Batman who laughs.
Like I got the Croc.
Dude.
I got.
Oh, he looks so cool.
Catwoman. Let me see Darkseid. That is really good. That's so cool.
Oh my god, I love it. Oh, why does Geras get all the good skins? He has like the Frankenstein one.
I wasn't a fan of the Frankenstein skin.
I like the gray and red one. That's the one I have on my Geras.
I do like the witch skin for Jade. I thought that was a unique one.
I kind of like the vampire skin for Raiden.
I
tried to call him Dio, but it said I couldn't use profanity.
I was playing Mortal Kombat the other day, and I was using like. I think I had like a class that was the AK-47 assault rifle and like the 1911 handgun, and like those are the first guns I think of when I think of COD. So I wanted to call the class Classic, but it said there was profanity because ass was in the middle of the word Classic.
Obviously, idiot. But what about Dio? How are you detecting any sort of swear in Dio?
It's a foreign language swear word. I don't know.
But what would it be, like Somali or something?
I have no clue. Go to Google Translate. I'm going there now.
Ooh. Dude, those
Translate.
skins look sick.
They do. They put a lot of effort
I love
into
that,
Mortal
yeah.
Kombat.
Yeah. The only thing is you're probably not gonna be able to see much of the customizable options.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of blows. But God, that looks awesome.
Oh, that does look sweet.
They all do.
There's
They hit it out of the park. They really go the extra mile with the DLC.
So I just typed in Dio into Translate and like the auto detect.
Uh-huh.
It says it is Spanish for it gave.
I swear. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go.
No, don't.
Oh my
translate
God!
from
UI
Spanish.
Goku is coming to fighters apparently.
Who?
Ultra Instinct.
Oh, dang. What is this, like the 5th different Goku?
Okay, let's do a roundup. So in the base roster, you have Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Goku. And then for DLC, there's Base Goku and GT Goku. What are you grinning about?
I'm going through each language on Translate to see if any of them are swears. Most of them are like, oh, translate from Spanish, and it's like the same word. But in Bangla, Dio means give it. In Basque, it means he says. I'm going to go through, in Bosnian, it means part.
Again, I don't see any swears. But, so, Super Saiyan Blue, Base Goku, and GT Goku are DLC. So that's 4. And then, I guess if you count Goku Black, but he's kind of a different character. You know? I wouldn't really count him as a Goku.
I wouldn't count Goku Black as a Goku either. Even though I don't know anything about him. Except that he's, like, not actually Goku.
You know, I'm pretty sure you can watch, if I just gave you, like, a little bit of a summary on Z, I'm sure you could watch Super without much of a problem. Because I didn't know
I'm
that
sure
much.
I don't really want to.
What? You don't watch
Because I've already got, like, 4 more Star Wars movies to watch. And I gotta catch up on My Hero.
Only watch one. Only watch the first 3. 4, 5, and 6. Stick with that and you're good.
I want to watch the prequels too, though. No, not the prequels, the sequel trilogy.
Awesome. Okay. Episode 7, A New Hope.
I watched episode 7.
It's A New Hope reskinned.
Alright, well, I'm still gonna watch it. Again. And I'm gonna watch 8 and 9.
8 sucks. 9 is fan service.
Cool.
9 is actually not terrible. A lot of people hate it, and I'm probably going to get flack for saying this, but I enjoyed 9. But I also, whenever I was leaving the theater, I thought, good thing that's over with. Because it's so strenuous whenever a bunch of movies come out, but they aren't all to the same quality.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoyed 7, but it is definitely just episode 4 reskin.
Uh-huh.
Episode 8 was I almost swore. It's a letdown. It's a very big letdown. But there are ideas that I liked. And episode 9, it was all over the place, but there was stuff in it that I liked, and there are a few nitpicks that I have, but it's fine.
Yeah. Nothing's perfect, especially when they don't have. Didn't they just get like a whole new writing team for these last 3 Star Wars movies?
Yeah, because they were all old.
Well, weren't there like spin-off movies too that people just say aren't canon?
There were Ewok movies.
What?
There were Ewok movies, Gavin. So have you seen episode 6?
Not yet.
Okay. Episode 6.
That's
That's where you meet the Ewoks.
Yeah, it's next on my list.
At the end.
Well, I know what the Ewoks are.
Yeah, the little furry people.
Yeah.
There are Ewok movies. I cannot remember if they are canon or not. There's also a holiday special.
I've seen the JonTron holiday special. Like, he reviews the holiday special.
Yep,
That's just garbage.
It is poo-poo. It is very bad. But, and then I do recommend watching the Clone Wars TV show. That's good. It's also really long, though. It's like 9 seasons.
Yeah, I remember watching it when I was like bits and pieces when I was a kid, and I really didn't understand what was going on.
Yeah, it's got a lot of more adult themes. It's just a kids show because it's Star Wars.
Yeah. Crap. Were the side movies that they had, do people just like not like those? I heard Rogue One was fine.
Oh yes, Rogue One and Solo, a Star Wars story or whatever. Solo, I didn't watch that. I haven't watched Rogue One because frankly, I don't care at this point.
I don't care.
Okay, so I'll tell you the status with the creative teams in Star Wars
All right.
versus the status of the creative teams at Marvel.
All right.
So, technically they're both under the same like Walt Disney umbrella,
Yep.
but in Marvel, they plan out everything very concisely.
Yeah.
But you don't really have that luxury with Star Wars because the continuity is already shot to crap.
Mm-hmm.
Because it goes, 4, 5, and 6.
Yep.
Then 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And then 7, 8, 9. And you have all sorts of different shows and books and games all in between, and so it's really hard to manage all of that cluster.
Yeah.
And so you get a lot of inconsistencies in writing, like even in like the sequel trilogy, even in 7, 8, and 9. 7 and 9 have the same director, J.J. Abrams.
Mm-hmm.
And 8 had a guy named Ryan Johnson, who I think he had good ideas, but they were not executed well. Half of the movie, it's okay. So Star Wars movies, you know that they're long.
Yeah.
Half of the movie is spent with Finn at like this gambling planet, and they don't do much of anything, and it makes me want to grab a cinder block and just rub it on your head until you get to the brain and hopefully die.
This is a
But
very slow
there
pace.
is there is a thing I liked in episode 8 a lot. Something I liked a lot, and I carried with it into episode 9, and that is a force connection between Rey and Kylo. Which I won't talk about it a whole bunch to save you from spoilers.
Stuff.
But I think it's a really cool idea.
I did start paying attention at the end of episode 7, where there was like this big dark forest scene and Kylo was fighting. Because I think I personally think he has the coolest lightsaber.
Yeah, the crossguard and everything.
Yeah.
But does it make sense to me that they beat Kylo? Because like, well, obviously Finn has like no former training at all. He has like basic stormtrooper training, which isn't that good, as demonstrated by the fact that they are walking memes. But Rey, she's like a wastelander, so I guess she has some form of training.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't prepare you for like a lightsaber or using the Force.
Wasn't there a freaking trailer where there was like a
Yes, episode 9 it was a TIE fighter.
It's a TIE fighter. She jumps over.
And it's in the movie. It's in episode 9.
No.
It is, and it's Kylo who's driving it. So it makes sense. In the trailer, it's just some random stormtrooper. For Kylo, I guess it makes a little bit more sense because he doesn't want to kill her.
Just thinking about this scene, it just feels stupid.
It makes sense for Kylo not to want to shoot her because they have like a weird Force connection, like I said. I don't want to get too much into it without getting it will get spoilery. But it makes sense. To me, it makes sense that he wouldn't shoot at her.
Doesn't Rey turn to the dark side?
No.
Oh. I saw a trailer and I thought it was...
in the trailer.
I thought it was Rey.
It's like clickbait.
Oh, cool.
It's just like a Force vision.
Oh, alright.
It's just to get people to watch the movie.
Oh, alright. Because, like, I would always ask Aubrey, I'm like, does Rey turn to the dark side? I saw it in the trailer, and she's like, I'm not going to tell you.
Well, now you have a definitive answer. It's no.
Oh.
I figured I should tell you because it's like it's just baiting you in.
Yeah,
I guarantee they put that in the movie just so they could put it in the trailer.
I'm really not. I'm not like so invested in Star
you're not
Wars.
Super far into it to where like if I spoil something,
I'm not gonna be heartbroken. I'm like, well, this is a cool franchise.
Yeah, but also I want to if there's stuff I enjoy, I want you to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So like that's why I'm keeping some of the details concealed, but like. If there's something I think is kind of dumb, I feel like it doesn't matter if I spoil that.
Yeah.
Because you and I, we think the same way a lot of things.
Yeah.
And so if you think something is dumb, then it doesn't matter if it's spoiled, I don't think.
Yeah. That makes sense. Or, I think Gage... I think Gage... I think this was when I was still with Sharon. She hadn't seen Infinity War... Gage was like, sorry for any of you who still haven't seen Infinity War, Peter Parker dies.
Wow. It's like half the universe does.
You can't see it, but Rusty just gave like this whatever face. Like this super dry sarcasm look. But I wanted to punch him because kids are the worst. Full circle, baby.
Yes.
All right, we're at
I was
just
about to say,
yeah,
that's a perfect cap to this podcast.
just at about 90 minutes. That's a wrap. That was good. That was a good episode. It was a good session.
I love you all. Please tune in for more.
I'm thinking once you finish this, I'm thinking maybe like every Saturday morning, because like I can like upload it to YouTube and have it scheduled to be
Yeah.
released on a certain day.
Mhm.
So when are you thinking we do this? Like weekly, like Saturday mornings?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So or no, I'll just do it at like Friday, like 9 o'clock at night or something like that. Friday at noon. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll get a schedule. Thank you guys for watching. The few of you that stick around for the whole episode.
Yes, thank you.
Aubrey started watching our first podcast part. She was losing it. I think she really liked the part with the primates.
Oh yeah. Because it's good to be able to dissect your train of thought sometimes.
Yeah, go check out the last stream, the last podcast, and I'll see. We'll talk to you guys next time. We don't know when next time will be.
Pieces.
But we're super excited. Don't forget to subscribe. Or
Don't die.
I was gonna threaten you, but like that's not legal.
That's not cool.
It's not cool either.
It's not cool if we hold a gun to your head and say, "Subscriber, your end is near."
Whatever. Do what feels right. We'll see you guys next time.
Follow the force.